So walk around video of 1965 GTO. This is in Fontaine blue. This was my father's car. He's actually sold a couple of his previous restorations on Bring a Trailer recently. One being a K5 Blazer and the other being my sister's 70 Vert GTO. That deal was made after the bidding didn't reach reserve. So I inherited this car from my father a couple years back. I lived in New York my entire life and now live in North Carolina, where this car was originally from. I've been down here about 5 years. I think this car has been down here about 3 years of that. Obviously it's been fully restored. The body was not off during the restoration, but the car did not require body off. As a matter of fact, I think it only got 2 small patch panels. I have some photos of the restoration process, including how the car was bought. This car was originally built, here, let me, one sec. Hard to do with one hand. This car was originally built as a 4-barrel car. He has the PHS certification. It's now got a 66 tri-power unit on it, which to my understanding has a little bit bigger center carb, which is what it runs off unless you're into the gas a fair margin. Let's see what else. He pretty much went through the entire car. I've got a binder full of receipts for the restoration process and parts. You know, the car gets lots and lots of compliments, and he won dozens of awards when he showed it in New York. I actually don't show it. I take it on nice drives and when it's warm out, nice and sunny, which unfortunately it isn't today, but show you the trunk quick. So there's the trunk, full-size spare with the body-colored steel wheel, the poverty caps, the floors. You know, everything's super solid on the car. The car runs and drives very nice. We'll go for a quick ride. I'll have my son hold the camera. It did start it up earlier, so I'm not sure how much temperature is left in it. So it's not an absolute cold start, but I'll have my son hold the phone just to show you the body gaps quick. I didn't really go over that, but did a really nice job on it. It's pretty much better than it would have come out of the factory from Pontiac back in '65, I think. Go back to the other door and close it. There's that. All right, Cole, you want to hold the phone in the back of the car and I'll start it up quick? The back. that's really the only non-original part that I'm aware of on the interior here, which is the accessory gauges on the underneath the dash. Just gives you oil pressure. Runs really nice oil pressure. 60 pounds. Once it's warm, it goes down a little bit, but not very much. Going 55 miles an hour, turning about 2300. Car runs down the road real nice, straight, doesn't wander. Like I said, this car, my father went through in its entirety mechanically. The engine was rebuilt. It's probably got less than 1,000 miles on the rebuild. But it doesn't see a lot of mileage going back and forth for ice cream or for a country drive. But here's my bad. The car also runs real cool. I mean, as you might be aware, it gets very hot in North Carolina, and if it's 100 degrees out, I won't take it out. But even when it's 80, 90 degrees, this car never gets much hotter than 180. If you're driving down the road, if you're sitting in traffic, it might go up to 190. But overall, it runs real nice, cool. My father had the correct heavier duty radiator. I think it's a 4-row. I'd have to check with the monitor. I'm not sure. But 60 now, turning about 2,500, 2,600 RPMs. The car sounds great. Right now we're at about 170. Got some beat in the engine. Give it a little beans. Actually the shifter here, the first shifter, when you're not holding on to it, will rattle. Metallic and clear gave me a worry the first time I drove it, but that's nothing to be concerned about. I just haven't done anything with it. It's a little pop under there. said, you got to blow the cobwebs out of them too. So. You can stop the video.